Who gave you the notorious nickname, the Baddest Bitch?
That would be Trick Daddy Dollars.
Really?
Yeah, Trick Daddy.
I'm the baddest man on the planet. Isn't that a trip?
Isn't that some shit?
Isn't that a trip? Supposedly.
That's pretty awesome. So that makes this the baddest podcast.
Yeah, it was the baddest
planet.
podcast. Yes,
Baddest podcast. Yes, I'm a part of that. I love that.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Hotboxin. I'm Eben Britton.
And I'm Mike Tyson.
And Mike, we got a great guest.
Oh, this is awesome.
We bringing the strong women in the hot box.
I agree 100%, brother. Let's get this popping.
Well, we've got Trina. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
So what's been going on, Trina? What you doing?
I just dropped my new album, which is called The One.
Yeah,
that's right.
You have any feature guests on it?
Yes, I have 2 Chainz on the album. I have Plies, Lil Boosie. I have Nicki Minaj on the album. I have Lil Wayne on the album. K. Michelle, Kelly Price.
Oh, so how's it go, Ray? I've been in the music business, but I never knew. How's it go? All these people on your album. If the album hit, they get paid or something? How'd that go?
Well, yeah, they get.
They do it for affiliate people, so we're gonna put some love.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on how the relationship you have with the artist. Some artists they'll do it, and you could just do it. I'm gonna do this feature for you. Some want to get a fee for it. Some will do a trade off. You do one for me, I do one back for you, and that's just kind of how it works. It depends on the relationship. Yeah.
All right, cool.
So it's good to have good relationships,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
In life, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Rico Love, he's also on my album. Actually, he kind of co-produced the album.
Is he on? He's not on.
Tory Lanez, huh?
Is he on the show with you?
Rico Love?
Yeah.
Well, no, he's not on the show. He comes on the Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Oh, okay.
He comes on every now and then, like for advice or guidance or if it's studio stuff like that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into. I'm interested in what that is like on the show. But,
Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, but let's take it back.
Where it started.
Would it be fair to say that you came into rap by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. How did you come into music?
It happened kind of because I was friends with Trick, and he just had he had put out an album, and we all from Miami, so I was supporting him already, and then the label wanted him to do another record featuring a female, and it wasn't really for me to be rapping on the record. I came on the record to kind of just like talk trash and intro and sell out and girl versus guy. But when I got in the studio, it went left. Then he wanted me to go in the studio and do verses for the record, listen to what he said and then say something better, for the girls, it's a chant. Now we at war with the guys. Ooh. So that's how it kind of happened. So it was it was spontaneous, but it was hilarious. I was nervous, I was scared because I thought I was doing a little intro, so that was cool. But when it went into this whole different way, I was nervous.
But was it something did it come natural to you?
Yeah, you know what? It did because I feel like he just knew I was feisty kind of. I had this feistiness. So when I got in there, I was doing that same method. I was just talking. I was talking trash. I was saying whatever I wanted to say. But then when he was saying it in bars. So it was kind of I was breaking it down now to make it make sense, now to make it rhyme, now to make it really convert into what he was saying. So then that's how, for me, it was I just got in there and did it. It didn't seem like I was, had a hard time. I was like, this is what come to my mind. I'm going to put this down together. I had my girls hyping me up. He loved it. And the song became a hit.
That's awesome. Because you just came with the energy.
I came with the energy, the talk, the swag, yeah.
You just need a little coaching just to put the pieces together.
To put it all together, yeah.
That's dope. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting to hear you talk about you were kind of scared or nervous and had a lot of anxiety.
Yes.
Because Mike and I talk about that all the time,
really?
In sports.
Oh, absolutely.
Really? You have anxiety?
Oh, I'm scared to death.
No way.
I'm scared to death.
Really? I could never tell.
If I wasn't disciplined, I would leave my dressing room and would never come back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And I be thinking I'm about to do a show and I'm scared. You would never be able to tell you're scared. That's a whole lot of...
preparation, a lot of experience.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't care how experienced you are. I don't care how great you are. You get those feelings.
Yeah.
And when you stop having those feelings, it's over.
I tell people that all the time. They ask me what drives you, what keeps you going. I say the moment I stop having that feeling, then that's when I know it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Once you have that feeling. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I learned something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The butterflies.
Yes.
You feel that energy building in yourself.
I do it every time before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the fuel.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You were of a generation of female rappers. You really opened the door for a lot of female rappers to come in. And I mean, around that time or a little bit before you was Lauryn Hill and Lil Kim. And what was your relationship like with them as you were coming into it?
I mean, well, when I came into the game, it was like a handful of women. There was Missy Elliott, there was Kim, there was Eve, Brad, Foxy. It was a whole bunch of women, and so it was a different kind. It was very embracing. You know, everybody, had their own space, but still, when everybody got together, it was like it was unity. You know, everybody kind of clicked up. We used to hang out, do different events, different shows or whatever. So it was a good way for me to come in, especially to these women that I already liked. I saw on TV. I was like, yes, I love them, and now you're in front of them, you meeting them, and then they're like super dope in person.
She's such a nice lady, right? I never liked nobody. I want everybody to bow down to me. I was such an egomaniac and stuff.
Were you?
Yeah.
I could get that though. But your job was different. Like you have to have this tough exterior, like game face, right?
I don't know what it was.
That was just you?
Always I wanted to jump. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'll be right here. What the fuck are you looking at, motherfucker?
This podcast wouldn't have happened 20 years ago.
Fuck
no.
What the fuck you looking at, man? Yeah, I was just an idiot.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you're nice now, Mike.
Oh, wow.
Age humbles you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It humbles you.
So 20 years ago, this definitely wouldn't. The podcast.
I'll be hitting on you talking shit. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, it'd be fucked up.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, really?
It'd be one of those and it'd be just disrespectful nigga.
Oh, well, I'm happy that it's not. We're in this space right now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank God.
It's all love and compassion.
Yes, yes.
Getting to the bottom of what makes people tick.
Yeah.
And what makes you tick? Success, power?
I think all of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, power definitely.
When you first had the first hit record and stuff.
Power, like
boom, you wanted that and you wanted to keep feeling that feeling.
Wanted that feeling, that same fire, that same energy. I was like undefeated. Nobody can tell me nothing. It was just the fire that was fueling. Yeah, the power, just to feel powerful and just.
Where do you think that come from? That feeling?
I don't know. I think it's I don't know, probably just like a rage of passion or something. Yeah. I don't know. For me, I know when it's in a moment, when something I've conquered something that become that big or feel that great to me, I'm like, half of me is thinking like, wow, I can't believe I did that. Or, damn, yeah, I just did that. Like, I get like two different type of feelings.
I understand that.
But the power, like,
I understand that.
Yeah.
The power overwhelms you.
Yeah. Sometimes it does to me.
Sometimes, funny sometimes I don't have a good opinion about myself, but I think I deserve everything.
Really?
And yeah, sometimes I don't think good because I know my past and I have some of my, what do you think? Some of my shame and my guilt. And I think about that shit sometimes. And I say, wow, something must be okay because God keeps granting me a lot of blessings.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, did he forgive me or did I never forgive myself? Mm-hmm. Which one?
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it always comes back to that.
Yeah.
The more I come to understand spirit or higher power, it's all about you forgiving yourself at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is that you feel guilty or feel shame over, it's all about your relationship to it and your attachments within yourself to that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have one of the best nicknames in the game.
Yeah.
Who gave you the notorious nickname, the Baddest Bitch?
That would be Trick Daddy Dollars.
Really?
Yeah, Trick Daddy.
But dig it, right? I'm the baddest man on the planet. Isn't that a trip? Isn't that a trip? So supposedly, and I'm saying, well, at first you would say, well, I'm the baddest chicken. I said, what do you mean? I'm the baddest guy. So yeah, that's weird, right?
That's pretty awesome. So that makes this the baddest podcast.
Yeah, it was the baddest podcast. Yes,
baddest podcast. Yes, I'm a part of that. I love that.
Hell yeah, Trina. I love that.
I do too.
I love that as well.
It was so funny. Earlier, I was watching one of your music videos, and I noticed that Warren Sapp was in it.
Oh, he's awesome, right?
That actually was my first music video on my solo album, the Baddest Chick album. That's that video.
God.
And now I didn't really know much about football, but I knew Warren from a couple people in Miami.
Yeah.
And so they're like, "Oh, we're gonna use him in the video." I'm like, "Okay, good, that's cool." Now he's in the video, but now they want me to like walk over this guy's jersey, which is I guess his rivalry.
Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I noticed that.
I was like,
What are you doing with Brett Favre's jersey? No, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, so that was like how, that was just a funny moment for him to be in the video and just that to happen to me with the jersey. Everybody's like, you are the baddest chick.
Yeah.
You burned up the
Brett's teammates are telling him about the video. I know they're telling him about the video.
I know.
Absolutely.
Well, at the time, I mean, that was a big rivalry, the Pack and the Buccaneers. But Warren, he's a big Miami guy, so that was funny to see that.
Yeah.
That's cool, though, to
Yeah.
have that connection.
Yeah, I think he's in Tampa or something like that.
Yeah, Tampa. He was in Tampa.
Now, where you from, Miami? You from Liberty City?
Liberty City.
You know Convertible Bert? I love Convertible
I know.
Bert.
You know what? That's the first time I ever saw you in real life is with
Really?
Convertible Bert on
Really?
15th Avenue. I was a little girl.
You saw me? Yeah.
Yeah, because my mom owned a store right there, and so you came to Miami and you was with him, and he was just the biggest guy in Miami at the time, and of course now he was even the bigger because you was there. It was a big old moment. I never forgot that growing
What's
up.
his
My
name?
whole entire Convertible Bert.
Convertible Bert?
Yeah,
What
and
did
I
he
never
do?
forget that. He was
The
just
hustler, nigga.
A hustler?
Yeah. You're a player.
a player.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I never forget that. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Well, tell us about growing up. Like, where'd you,
I
how'd
grew up
you...
in Liberty City, Miami. It's one of them neighborhoods, and it's back then in the town when I grew up, it was all about hustlers. All the hustlers was out. Everybody was out doing their thing, and it was who had money. Money brought a lot of power to the streets, to the city. My family was real known, so that's how my name just became a popular figure. This is how I knew Trick, went to school with him, and then I just I went on to school. Trick ended up getting arrested, and we kind of separated for a while, and I just I ran back into him. Once I graduated school and once he came out of prison, and that's how the music started. And then from there, the rest was just history. I started doing music. I was supposed to do real estate. I went to school to do real estate, and Trick wanted me to do this record. And once I did the record, I did a party for him. And when I did the party, he was like, "Well, you just gonna come hang out for my birthday. It's cool." And I was like, "Don't make me do that song." He was like, "No, no, no." And when I got in there to do the party, he played the song, and once he did his part, every girl knew the verse to the song, and they just started doing it. He forced me on the stage to do it, and I hated him for it, and that's how the whole thing started. That's what made me really knew I wasn't going to do real estate, I was going to do music, and I just followed the path.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a version of going where the universe takes you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, when I had my first amateur fight, right? My first amateur fight, I was just I was so scared, of course, but I was so nervous, and it was in a gym, a gym, a small gym, and probably 70 people must have came, right, and filled the gym up, right? And I remember when I knocked the guy, I was so happy. I fell on my face. I just didn't know how to act. I was so happy. I fell on the floor. I was crying. I didn't know what to do, and I said, "This is what I want to do."
I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 13.
Oh, wow. Okay, you
This is
was
what I
young
want
then.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so let me ask a question. At 13, okay, because at 13, that's young, so that's a difference. But I just have a hard time believing that you were ever scared. I never start fearing you ever, never, in no fights, nothing, never.
That's one of my biggest qualities.
Really?
Yeah, my fear.
Yeah?
Losing and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
This is a fear-based world that we live in.
Yeah.
We're afraid of failing. We all say we don't give a fuck, but we're afraid of failing because we're afraid of the response we're going to get from failing, our criticism. But still, we say we don't give a fuck what people think about us. You know what I mean? We're born to care, and I want to say the right words. We're born to care about what people think about us because we have an urge to improve ourselves. And we're mad at them because I guess they're telling us to improve ourselves, and we don't want anybody to tell us shit, our ego.
Yeah, your ego.
You know, that check, whatever it is, that check or that humbleness that they thrust upon you is an urge to improve yourself. Well, it should be an urge for you to improve yourself, so you won't have to feel that feeling again, because it's a very deplorable feeling.
Yeah, Mike. When we first started doing this, and Mike started opening up about how scared he would be right before his fights, that just blew my mind.
Absolutely.
I know.
And I really related to it because I played pro football, and the position I played every day, it was about a hand-to-hand combat with another player, because I played offensive line.
Okay.
And every game, I threw up before every game in high school.
I know people that do. They always take a shit before a fight or something.
I threw
Take
up.
the gloves off. I gotta take a shit. I said, what? You can't take the gloves off. You take the gloves off.
Take the gloves off.
I said, before a fight, you gotta take a shit.
Dude, I would just throw up. I was so nervous, because I had that fear, those butterflies, that anxiety about performing. And it always fueled me, and so I really related to that. But what makes more sense to me is how, the viciousness and the tenacity that you saw in the ring with Mike, that was him unleashing that fear on that dude.
Well, there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that, yeah.
Absolutely.
So however we can channel that, as performers, because it's all performance, know. That's just part of the deal, I think.
Because when you're young and you're involved with sports, it could even be entertainment, and we get so caught up in that we forget how to love ourselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're not nice to ourselves, and we show it by being mean to people. Because we don't know how to love ourselves.
Yeah.
It's really easy to get caught up with you. If you get caught up with you, there's no way you're going to love yourself, but it's so easy to get caught up with you and your ego. So easy to believe we come from nothing, we come from trash. Some of us got mothers that are prostitutes or fathers that are pimps, and then we get a couple of life affirmations and thinking we're God next time. How does that happen? You get somebody that's born from nothing, and somebody tell him a few life affirmations, he get him a mentor and he tell him a few words, and all of a sudden he gets confidence and he think he's fucking God. Do you understand what I'm saying, kind of?
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Like you, how do you get that ego to go and you want to hurt somebody? You're just a little kid. You came from your mother, your little boy. You playing with your family. All of a sudden, you got that urge. Where did that come from?
It's a life's
To not
journey.
fail, I don't know.
Yeah.
To be.
It's a life's journey of.
Yeah.
I don't know. The positives and the negatives of it.
Yeah, it has to be both in this kind of life.
The negatives of the abuses you've taken, before you understood.
Why do we want respect, and why do we feel that we need respect? What is really respect? What do we perceive as respect?
Right.
Cause you see people get killed because motherfucker call them a bitch or say fuck you or something like that, and they kill them. So what's the concept of that?
What do you think? We go deep in here.
I know. I'm already in deep. I'm thinking. So you're saying, why do people want respect? What do we think respect is?
Yeah. Do you think because of our history of us black and we being treated so disrespectful from the beginning of us in this country? Do you think that's our desperation for respect?
I think most people, because they don't feel like they're worthy or anybody unless they're respected. Unless I feel like, okay, yeah, if I see you in the street, hi, how you doing? That's respect. Or I don't have to speak to you. That's not disrespect because I don't know you.
I might not think that respect. I might think you need to talk longer than me and just hi.
Just
for
hi.
respect.
If you don't know this like a regular person.
I'm just thinking, that's just going to be my concept of respect.
Right.
I could think that's disrespect, but you just say hi, bitch.
Hi and just leave, right?
Yeah.
Right. Instead of saying, hi, how are you? Or how's your day?
Yeah, some people have different illusions of themselves. They think they're players without even passing any test.
Yeah.
What the fuck you say? You just said hi, you ain't talking to me?
And I agree. That's like if I'm somewhere and someone takes a photo of me and it's like, oh, cool, I'll take the photo. But if you just go, oh, hey, can I take a photo? And you don't even say, hi, how are you? How's your day? Or anything, that's almost just like, I don't think that's respect. You don't even ask me how I'm doing today. It could be a horrible day. I could have almost got hit by the Lyft driver dropping me off. And you're just like, let me get a photo. I got to go catch my flight.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's not respect.
So I I don't know. We just live in this fast, crazy, internet, cycle-driven world. I think everybody's like is living in.
Do you feel respected being a woman in the rap business?
Oh no, I feel a certain amount of respect, but I don't feel as respected as I need to be being a woman that have always respected everybody that I've worked and dealt around and with, whether it's guy or woman, especially guys. I don't get Well, it's a lot of disrespect because, I mean, you know, disrespect comes in all forms. Like, and it could come from guys. It could come from somebody I've dated, somebody previously, and you could get mad. I'm not dating you no more. Now you in a song and you saying something disrespectful. You saying that's disrespect. Instead of just, I don't cross certain boundaries or just keep it moving. I feel like once you go, now I'm going to target her. Now I'm going to have something to say, oh, you this bitch now. Now that's disrespect, you know, but it happens. It's the generation that we live in. It's the cycle that we portray because all forms of type of music, people have so much to say or however they want to say it, whether it's music, sports, however, and we try to figure out ways to deal with that or try to figure out whatever. And it's too many opinions. It's too many. We live in a world of commentary. Everybody got something to say. They don't even know what's really going on, and they'll voice their opinion. And we all have one. But I think some people don't understand or read the story. Reading is fundamental. You don't dig into what's happening. You just go judge it. Oh, well, I saw you with this shirt on or whatever, and I saw you with Mike and something happened. It just your story is gonna sound so crazy than what really actually happened. So I don't know. Sometimes I look and I see and observe everything that's going on, whether it's on the internet, whether it's social media, it's in real life, and I don't know. I be thinking that we're just like in the Matrix or something. Some shit is just all weird out.
I like the Matrix.
Yeah, like I don't know. We gotta figure.
Sure. It's almost like you think like really, what really happens after we die? Is it over like blank?
Yeah, what really does happen?
Is it really does it go blank, or do it goes back to
we just
start
wake
dreaming
up
again?
in another
imagine
dimension.
we wake up and we born
but we
again.
would never know that we wake up because we're never there.
And we're a fucking bird or a rock or a tree or something.
I gotta do it again.
But we'll never know that, though. That's the scary thing about it. And even people that you know that have gone away, you cannot say, hey, what's happening up there? Where you at? What are you doing? Are you chilling? Like, are you smoking a blunt? Are you at a game? Because that don't happen. I mean, I think that shit happen, but it doesn't.
Well, maybe it does.
Sometimes I think
but we won't know that until we're in that space. And then now...
Yeah.
Do you ever feel that way? I feel it. So listen, when I go under the toe, like it's a special... medicine, we take the toe to this, takes you to another dimension. And when I'm under the toe, I don't feel anybody. I don't know anybody. I never met them. Everybody I ever loved, my children, everybody, they don't no longer exist.
Really?
Yeah.
Say more about that, Mike, because you've said that before, and
it's just that I'm
curious.
I tell my wife everything. I tell her when she watches me go under, I say I love you. All praise be to Allah. You know, it's the whole thing. And,
right.
And I go under. I never know she exists. She never existed. I never had a wife. Boom.
Oh wow.
Is it that you transcend that level of reality?
No, I realize it's all about me. It's all about my journey. I can't live my wife's pain is not my pain. I wanna comfort her pain, but her pain is not my pain. I'm not gonna have a miserable day because she's in having a bad day and stuff. I'm gonna be there to comfort her all the time. My children, if things happen to my children, I lose my children, whatever, it's nothing I can do. We have to deal with the possibility, the reality of loss of control, letting go.
Such a reality sucks.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, we haven't even faced it yet. The fact that, listen, dig this, that we're all living, we're hanging out, we might leave here, party, whatever, have the best time of our life, but the actual reality is it's almost over. We're not going to be here much longer. And it's not really long, but it's going to seem like a long time, like 40 years if we make that. Imagine how far we got along, how far we got to get sick, we got to get in an accident. Imagine what's going to happen before we get to 40 years.
Yeah.
You know? It's almost over, really.
It's a blink.
And what's really over? Because when you say that, that's first. So what about the generations coming?
World.
The physical for us. But then what about the ones that still are maybe 2 years old, 3 years old that have time? It's over for them too. It's over everybody.
No,
or just
listen. Our death is our birth.
Yes.
And our birth is our death.
Yes.
You know, we're not getting out. You know, nobody's getting out here.
Nobody's escaping that.
Yeah, with a free ticket.
Yeah.
We go there, all experience pain, loss, and then I think when it's over, we realize it's just a joke. I was telling my friend that some place in Nepal is a little section, a community of monks, and they all have a skull head in their bedroom.
Yeah.
To realize life is just a joke.
Yeah.
Because this is where we're all going to go at the end. We're going to be skeletons, bones.
Yeah. and all that shit.
And we're so vain. We look at ourselves in the mirror and we see things that are great about us.
Because I sure do. Vain. I'm so vain.
I
see all this greatness, but I do understand what you're saying, because at the end of the day, I don't care who you are, what success you've reached, how many concert shows, however, we all are going into that same box space, however it is.
But before you go there, it would be so awesome and it's so beautiful and unbelievable if you went there. Before you went there, you get to know who this is.
The person is.
Yeah, who we are. We don't even know what our purpose is. How do we really get here? Well, my mother and my father, they're just fucking vessels.
They were the portal.
Yeah, they're just the vessels.
Yeah.
There's nothing about us that really, our parents can stop us from our enjoyment.
Right.
Come in at 9, fuck you, I'm staying out all night. They're our mother and father. We don't listen to them, who's going to tell us anything? Who we going to listen to?
Yeah.
We have to live our life.
Yeah,
Khalil Gibran, gotta live our life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that comes to my mind is that, everyone has, however much of this is a feeling of not being worthy, to whatever extent it is. Some people feel like they don't even approve of themselves being in the world. They don't approve of the thoughts that they have. And what people don't realize is that, us right here, just being here, just coming into the world, you're already a manifestation of the divine cosmos. You're already a physical representation of the universe, a fragment of God, just as you are. And every thought that you have, good and bad, God hears it and knows it. And has already forgiven you, because it's already done, everything we do. When you're willing to just take steps and be in action in your life and let the universe take you. And so getting over that feeling of unworthiness or not being good enough, that's a big step. It's a big move that
I don't know. I think
make.
it's just a battle within to assure yourself that you are good enough.
Right, and that's all up to you. It's all up to you because nobody else.
No, I believe that 100%. Everything's an inside job. We know what we're supposed to do. We have the answers to all the questions we want.
Yes.
We just
how many people have told you how awesome you are? And how great you are, and how much success you've had, and all the things, and you've been, you can, when you get to that point when you can buy whatever you want, and it's not enough.
No, then my ego tells me, you think you got those people fooled. I know who you really are.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got
So it comes back to me.
Yeah.
It comes back to me.
Our existence. Why are we here? Our existence. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why do I think I'm somebody? Why do I think I'm a fly motherfucker?
Yeah.
Who? What? Where do you get that thought? That's what bothers me. Like, why do you think that it's a possibility that you might be better than somebody? Who are you, nigga?
The people that have always told you that, or pushed in your head, or say it, or always is constantly reminding you or saying it, I think, and then it becomes habit forming. It's always been people that tell you you're better than somebody, you're better than everybody in the whole entertainment of your career. It's always been, you've always been the best. Nobody could tell you anything, or nobody could. We will argue that down to the day we leave this earth.
Yeah.
And that's still going to always be the argument, And I now personally know to say that some of those times, like, was scared. I would never could picture the two you get, but I get it because it's you. This is the inside person who you are, and I understand that feeling because I'm scared the same when I get on the stage. After a while, once I'm in it, that little butterfly thing kind of move around, but at first I'm like, this big old stage, all these people, I don't want to fall in these hills, I don't want something to go wrong. Just like, it's be so many things happening at one time, but I get that, and I be thinking like it's only me.
But when you're on stage, you got a lot going on. You're looking good. You got the shoes, the heels, and you got fall.
I mean, that's some shit already. Just doing that in heels.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about it.
Being able to perform in heels.
You don't want to. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to fall. You just want to make sure.
You ever fell?
I fell once. By mistake. I never fell in my whole entire career. I don't know, something happened with the stage. This guy right here with the bald head, he ran on stage first. He said 1, 2, 3 with the mic, and it was my cue to come on, and I come dashing after him. 1, 2. He go 1, 2, 3, and he falls. I go 1, 2, 3, my cue, and I go right and fall after him. That was the most horrible thing. I didn't understand how that happened at the same time, but that's the only time I fell.
Who are these two little guys right here? Who are these guys?
This is Google. These guys, all these guys are my guys. They're from Miami. This is Google. Google, his real name is actually Google.
Google.
Yeah.
Google.
Dope as hell, bro.
Back in the hood.
Hell yeah.
That's Raymond, and that's CO back there in the cut.
So how do you
Love having you guys.
Love doing this shit, traveling with her and shit, meeting people. It's like a dream come true. He's hanging out with a celebrity, going all over the country.
He takes photos and videos and all this stuff. It's a whole different world.
Listen, I was just look, for real,
See what I'm saying?
I was just gonna say, I was born in '94.
Yes.
When you were boxing, like Google wasn't even founded yet, and that was in '98.
Wow.
So like one of your biggest fights was like before Google was founded. So like me growing up and being able to even like know about you and then actually being able to like meet you is like different.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't think of myself like that. You know?
What?
I don't look at that. And
Oh, man.
You like big.
Keep it 100. We all in here just shook. Like, everybody walked in the door like, because that's the aura.
As a kid, I played Punch Out.
Oh, shit.
See?
Hell yeah,
It shows how old I am. You know what the trip is? When I think about myself, I look at pictures of myself as a teenager, and I watch myself as I get older. In my 20s, I start fighting, and I say, fuck, who the fuck is this guy? When I pass him, who the fuck am I? I don't even know this motherfucker. I used to have waves and shit, gold teeth. I don't even know this fucking guy no more.
That's the video game that you know.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Wow.
That's so dope.
I'm just glad, I was talking to my partner and I was saying, regardless of everything, I'm talking about slavery, the worst thing that ever happened in the world, the Holocaust, everything. This is a beautiful world.
Yeah.
Because of everything evil that ever happened in this world is beautiful. It's by no account the good outweigh the bad in this world. You know what I mean? The good by far outweigh the bad. If we had
The light always shines
if we
through,
had a
man.
nuclear war and we all were decimated, the idea that we actually lived and had an awesome life, that supersedes everything.
Yeah.
What do you guys think when you come in and you meet Mike?
Oh, that's some bullshit, right?
Like, wow. Everybody was thinking like, well, cause see, I mean, this is our first time and this is we're having a conversation, but in our view and vision, our whole view and vision is just the greatest. You don't even see, that's the first thing come to picture is that. This the greatest fighter of all times. Of all times in the history of fighting.
Wow,
that's all everybody
scary
grew up
shit.
and knew. Like that's all we don't see nothing else. You don't know anything else.
No, for real though. I remember them making the big scandal about your tattoo on your face. Honestly, when you did it, I didn't see nothing wrong with it because it was like you're your own person. Like you do what you want to, but I feel like you open doors for people that do it now. Because people wouldn't be doing that now if you would never did it for real.
That could be interesting because sometimes I look at people with tattoos.
Yeah.
And I say, this fucking
That's
guy
a thing. Like you gotta realize that's a thing.
Yeah.
I look at this guy tattooed and this fucking
That's
guy's
a thing.
crazy.
Like it's really it's a trend now to get a tattoo on your face. And you did that so long ago.
Yeah. You came to the hood of 15th Avenue with convertible Burt. Everybody in Miami knows that. And I was like a little girl, and everybody around him, my whole family knew him. And that's like the biggest thing of Miami.
Yeah, Bert's a real personal friend of mine. I've been, I've known Bert since what? 87, 88,
Jeez,
right? So we've been hanging out for a while since we both went away, and we both came back, and we always kept in touch. I've been keeping in touch with him since he's been in prison, since he's been in the fucking Miami, what's that, safe house you go to? Before you get, halfway house, yeah, he's in that halfway house. I went there, I had to bring him food, I brought him food there.
Yeah.
When I met Mike, I was just blown away by his humility and his heart, you know, and how much love he had. The guy gave me a hug the first time I met him. I was like, this is a fucking...
Hey, give people hugs and stuff.
I know, dude, but it's just, I don't know what you expect when you're meeting, Hercules. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's like, man. You're like Greek mythology. You're a hero.
Yeah, that's cool, brother.
I know.
Yes, you
I know,
are.
man. And it is cool. It's just like, meeting you and getting to know you and hang out with you has been such a lesson, for me in my life of humanity, and what we can work to achieve and the people that we can still be, and the people that we can become. And it's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's why I think I do this stuff. That's why I think I do this show, because I want to become something.
Yeah. Well, I think
better
you
than I
are.
once was.
Yeah. You are, man. You know, you're
You are.
everything. You're everything.
You are.
You're the man. No, it's-
Listen, nobody's gonna escape life. Life is gonna live you.
yeah.
Nobody's gonna ever escape life.
That's another gem. Life. No one's gonna escape life. Life is gonna live you.
Yeah.
It's true, man.
And listen, how do you escape it? You can stay in your house 24 hours a day. How do you escape it? You're gonna fall down the stairs one day. You're gonna hit the nose. Something's gonna happen. You can't
Yeah.
escape it. You have to live it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's facts. Every
Yeah.
day.
Trina, what has been your favorite part? Like what gets you up in the morning about being a rapper and being in music and doing what you do?
I would say mostly just how it makes me feel. It's been good times, it's been horrible times, and then I think for me, the connection with the fans. I have like real diehard fans, so it's been times when I was like trying to do my album or trying to do music, and I was just like, oh, I'm not enough mode or feeling it, and I would just look at some of the stuff they would say and just some of the reasons they would say, you know, how I inspired them or why, all these different things, and in my mind I was like, I still have to feel it connecting here. Like, it has to be a purpose. I have to want to do it. I have to want to do this album in these terms, because now when I do it, I want to talk about these things that's happening in my life current. And, you know, it had to all make sense for me. So I just think, you know, when I wake up, sometimes I'm in a mood and my whole mind is music, because I have so much to say. I want to talk about it. That's what I call, that's venting, you know, when I go into the studio. And then there's times when it's like shut down, and I think I'm gathering it up, trying to figure it out, because like you say, like, life is really happening. It's real every single day. And sometimes in this field, like for me in music, okay, when we're in a club or I'm doing shows, that's in a club, that's partying. But that's not life to me. That's just the fun part. Like, I work, so when I'm out and partying, that's one thing. But that's not what drives me. Once I'm done with that, then it's like, oh, reality synced in. So now I got to deal with, okay, how do I feel now? How do I feel tomorrow? Do I feel like recording? Do I feel like making music? What is the mood? Am I sad? Am I happy? Am I experiencing something, going through anything that I want to divulge in and talk about in this music? So it'd be just like a bunch of different things. But it you know.
Do you have your guard up a lot, you think?
Sometimes.
Are you untrustworthy of people sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. I think for me right now, I'm in a situation that's with a very untrustworthy situation. I think it's got me very guarded. And you know, when you do business with people, and you know, it's business is about, for me, I think, respect and trust. You know, being truthful. And when you find out things that, you know, people have done that's not truthful, it kind of puts you in between, like you're back against the wall. Do you live in your truth, or do you remove yourself from the situation? You know, in total. So I think I'm feeling that very much, that situation this very moment.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Whenever I find myself in a situation like that, where I'm like, this isn't working for me, I start to feel crazy, like I'm going to go crazy, like I'm going to snap, you know? And I'll go through the process of, why am I in this situation? Why has life done this to me, et cetera, et cetera?
Victim, big time.
Why
victim.
are these guys doing this? And then I realize, oh yeah, it's just on me, you know? It's just on me. Like, I can just remove myself from the situation, you know?
You know, even though we have partners and we have people that we love, in life, this is an individual journey.
Yeah.
When we go meet God and the Maker, He's not going to say, you know, what happened to your wife or your kids. He's going to ask you about your deeds and what we did, or whatever we did. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what I found out by taking it to everything's an individual path.
What is it you call it? Taking a what?
The toad.
The toad.
Explain to her the toad.
Yeah, because I heard. I want to make sure I'm clear.
The toad. It's this is a little idol of it.
Okay.
Little statue of it.
Okay.
But the toad, it's an animal, the toad, and they extract its venom, and in its venom is this stuff 5-MeO-DMT. And DMT is a psychedelic chemical compound that we produce in our brains. And they say we get a hit of it naturally in our life when we come into being in our mother's womb and then on our deathbed. So some people think that maybe it's the portal of the soul into the physical realm. So you can smoke it when you extract the venom from this toad, they dry it, it crystallizes, you scrape it up, and then you can smoke it, and you have a 15 to 20 minute experience of God. You have an ego death. You know, you are released from much of your trauma and pain. You get a lot of information in a really quick time. And
very quick. Too quick. Yeah, too quick.
And people have really transformative experiences on it. So, you know, people who are dealing with addiction, they come out and they're no longer addicted to whatever it is, heroin or whatever. Cures depression, anxiety, you know, because it goes to, you know, the pearl essence of the things that we as individuals hold on to that unknowingly create mechanisms in our lives, mechanisms of thought, so that, you know, the things that bother us, the things that, you know, rub us the wrong way, the resentments we carry, the anger we hold, you know, these all have an origin in us. And so the toad goes in there and it basically shows you that. Actually, our guest yesterday linked up something for me which was really interesting. It takes you back into these experiences and it shows you them without any ego. So you can allow yourself to be released from
You can't
that.
imagine being without thinking the baddest, but you can't even imagine not having your guard up, can you? You can't even think about it. You can't even think about that in life. I was saying, I couldn't imagine not thinking, motherfucker, what you looking at? I couldn't imagine not having that ego because I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid that people might find out that I'm really a little scared boy. And I was a loser and I always wanted to be a somebody. And I tried too hard and I was desperate. So it was tough and mean. Motherfucker, don't even question my masculinity or nothing. Yeah, so, but when you take the toad, you confront all that. You're not gonna, when you don't have the ego, you don't know what you are. You don't know if you're gay, straight, you don't know what, you're just scared. No, I'm serious.
That's not funny.
You're scared. You're scared. You're scared of nothing. You don't see nothing, but you're scared. The feelings off the hook. Anything from the first moment of your life, you feel all those feelings.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
That's super powerful.
Yeah.
You might think you're God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you might think you're God.
So
The closest
Mike,
thing you ever going to come to God. This is going to be the closest. You're not going to come close to anything. No cocaine, no heroin, nothing can even come close.
Wow.
Nothing can come close. Mushrooms, nothing can come close.
Wow.
If you're on drugs now, you take this, you'll never take a drug again. You say, nigga, we're going to take this tomorrow. Or tonight again.
Wow.
And I never thought, listen, I've been all over the world. I've been all over the world a couple of times. I've did everything. I've been with great women, I've been with great cars, great houses, great boats, great planes, everything. And so I've been, nobody could tell me shit about nothing. I met queens, kings, fucking czars. I met everything, motherfucker. And then I took the toad. I found out I ain't no shit. I ain't never did shit. I ain't shit.
Wow.
That's real talk. I ain't shit. I ain't do nothing. Nothing. I didn't know who I was. I ain't do shit. All that shit I did, but I didn't know who I was. So I did nothing. I did nothing. Not a fucking thing. And I thought I was a fly nigga. What a joke.
well, you've still done a lot.
Nah, nigga. After the toes.
I know what you're saying, but, you know,
I didn't do me.
yeah.
I did everything else to disguise who I am.
Interesting, dude.
I want everybody else to think I'm this guy, but you know, I never wanted to touch this. This is scary stuff.
We can't even knock that down, that inspiration, that, because I mean, we've seen it. You can't erase the history. It's there. Like, people grew up, we lived, that's all we know. We
Yeah,
can't.
but why do we do that stuff though? Why do we feel that we want to do that stuff? Do we hide our shame through our success? People won't question us because we're so successful. They won't question what they
No.
want. You know.
I don't know, maybe it's sport.
Just want to be like you.
Yeah.
It's so inspirational. Some people just want to be like you.
Yeah.
And they have that trauma. That
They don't have. They have no idea what that is.
They don't. It's what they see.
Seen, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to see a lot of you. You was on every news outlet. You was on every radio station. You was
And I'm
every
nothing what
magazine.
you saw.
At all. Just saying. I just told about saying. They put all they
That's
they
amazing.
You was just
Yeah,
you
this
could
is-
be crying out for help.
Yeah.
But they all, they
Because I had all that money and I didn't know what I do and I didn't think I deserved it. What the fuck am I doing with all this? I'm from shit. My parents are pimps and hoes. What the fuck am I doing all this fame and power? Stop, please, leave me alone. No, serious.
Wow.
Leave me alone. Who the fuck are you? Leave me the fuck, hey, stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No one teaches you how to prepare for this shit.
No.
You know what I mean?
No preparation. It just come like.
Well, no one probably could have prepared you for that, because very few people have even been that high.
Yeah.
To that mountaintop,
It's weird stuff, you know what I mean? Our illusion of ourselves.
Every time we talk about this, you've gone a little deeper, you've gotten some more insights, but that was really interesting, man. That point of I wasn't doing me.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
why I read about. I was so good at history. I read about so many personalities. I was those guys. I was never me. I was afraid of me. I'm nobody. Mike Tyson from Brownsville, Brooklyn. That's nobody. What the fuck is that? But if I'm fucking Iron Mike, I'm a motherfucker. I'm an annihilator, and everybody knows it.
It's powerful, man.
So it's always about my illusion of myself. What am I really?
Do you think? We've never talked about it, but you talked about it on Joe Rogan's when Cuss had you hypnotized.
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of it came after that? Did that hold for you for a long time?
Absolutely. It holds to me now.
How old were you when you were hypnotized?
I started at 14.
And what would it be?
It's relaxation, blissness, and affirmations of destruction and eloquent destruction. Not like, you gotta kill all these motherfuckers. It's a sophisticated, at least, plan this out and we're gonna destroy the world. And the world's gonna know our name and you're gonna be a god. People are name their children after you. The heavyweight champion named Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, they told me everything. I didn't believe it. He was telling me everything happened.
I know, man. Well, that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
We're all products of our thoughts.
Yeah.
We are who we think we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We become, even if we start out poor, we become that person before we become successful, and then we become successful. We all are fucking thoughts. I sometimes don't have a good opinion of myself, but I love who I am. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? I don't have a good opinion of myself, but I love who I am.
Yeah, I sometimes felt like that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you saying you loved, I love who I am at the time, Iron Mike?
No,
Or are you saying that now?
I'm saying everything, all my flaws, everything. I love who I am. That makes me who I am. I love who I am because no one could be who I am.
Yes,
Yeah, nobody.
that's
And I don't even know
absolutely
why I ran away from myself so long. I thought I was ugly. I didn't think I had anything interesting to say or talk about myself. No.
Really?
Really, yeah.
That's the craziest thing is that, because say for instance, if we weren't here face to face and this was just some person with their story and what their interpretation of you is, then now the world is thinking or listening or to what another person's view is or however they paint the picture. But to be in your presence and then the way you feel and how you speak and how you say and see things and view it, it's so more surreal and different, like it's never great unless it's coming from the person. That, like you said, like a person could look at you and have all these things, but they don't know you. They don't know anything. You now can only say that. That's the most thing that feels like that's a real. I know how that feel like. You know what I mean? Like I would never sit here and think that you were this way.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Like very deep, very smart, very, very. Yeah.
I do a lot of inventory. I used to do a lot of inventory because of my
Really?
past. Yeah, my past. Yeah. Not from my past, I do a lot of inventory. Because from my past, I was a megalomaniac.
Okay.
And from my past, I don't give a fuck if I hurt your feelings. And now, when I became conscious and realized I was hurting people's feelings, I had to go and apologize. You know how many people I had to apologize to?
Yeah. So when you say you wasn't conscious to realize you did it, that was why? Because you just...
I'm talking about my wife, my kids, everybody. It's everybody.
You just didn't care because why you were angry or you just, Mike, I don't care. I don't have to feel no way?
Why is it that I'm listening to them? The reason that we have all this is because of me.
Oh, okay.
Why am I listening to them? I love them, but they're not saying,
Right.
I'm the one that made this happen.
Okay, so...
Suppose I have to depend on them to make this happen. Where would I be living?
Okay, I got
Some
it.
fucking shit like that.
And then now you gotta apologize. So yeah.
Nigga.
Now you gotta apologize, and it's like, so it made you think, and you're like, why am I being mean, or what?
No, just my insecurities and shit. My guilt, maybe I've cheated or something. Maybe I'm thinking about cheating and shit. So I make them insignificant in my mind. If I can have my pleasure and shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, it's just hard to deal with. How do you deal with your selfishness? We also may not selfish, but when you explain what selfishness is, we say, fuck, I'm selfish.
Right.
How do you deal with that stuff? It's such a bad shit. But it's such a self-preservational instinct.
I think that's one of those things that as you become more mindful and you wake up and you're more conscious about the people around you, it turn, you know.
You know what I learned? I'm 53, but know what I learned as I get older? As I get older, I worry what God's gonna do to me about the shit that I did and I never told nobody and I only know. Fuck.
He knows.
Yeah, I know he knows.
He already knows.
Yeah, I know he knows. But then when you get older, you really know he knows. Because it doesn't go away. You say, fuck, when I'm dying, he's going to fucking be mad at me.
You think so?
Huh?
You think so? Do you think he's probably like, well, you know, you're good, overweight, you're bad, so I'm going to forgive you anyway?
I don't look at it like that. I always look at that comes from my ego perspective. Yeah, I'm going to see God when I die. Yeah, I'm going to meet God. Fuck it. God is, I think to myself, God probably doesn't even know I exist. It's probably all in my mind. My relationship with God.
My relationship, woo.
My relationship with God. God don't wait. You gonna be a blackout, motherfucker. It's gonna just be blackness.
You ain't gonna know nothing.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no heavenly clouds and shit, motherfucker. It's gonna be just black.
Who knows?
But isn't our ego? God's gonna look after me. Why would God look after you? Why is it that even though we all did a bunch of bad shit, why is it when we did our bad shit and we're getting closer to God, God forgets for everything? But God didn't forget when we were murdering. God, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, let me think about this. How does a guy that dies in prison, like he has life and he does 55, 60 years in prison, then he dies, where does he think he's going to go? No, I don't know where he go. He may go to, but where does he think in his mind? Yeah, exactly.
Might be free.
I think that as well. But what torment does he go through in his mind? Does he wish he's dead? Does it doesn't come fast enough?
Yeah, I think so.
It depends, I guess. Depends on the guy.
But death has to be fascinating because life was fascinating. How could death not be fascinating? It's a part of life.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't think so. I just think that you don't know what happens See, I'm a little different. I start believing all kinds of other stuff that may seem weird. And then everybody says, oh, there's life after death. Yeah, says who? Because once you're out of here, whatever, your spirit, all that stuff, wherever it's going to go, this whole physical thing, all this, you're never going to see that again. And the people that's before you can never tell you that whatever's happening, wherever they're at. We may not be nobody nowhere. Everybody's just blacked out and it's all gone, it's over, and that's just the end of it. I think it's just a myth of just the same thing like Christmas and the Easter Bunny and all the rest of those fairy tales. That's what I believe.
What about the people that have been dead for 20 or 30 minutes and came back?
That's probably that's from, I believe in like, I don't know the name of it, like almost...
Transcendent, soul leaving your body stuff.
Almost people that's on life support, whatever. I don't know. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I believe in that short minute, but I don't believe like once you're gone, and you're not coming back, and they do the removal of remains, it's over. I was there. I've been through some stuff. I witnessed. I've seen some stuff. It's a different thing. I just don't. I think it's after that. It's a disconnect. I don't know. Your soul, your spirit. I mean, but a spirit doesn't have a face or anything, so it's just what a bunch of like air running around speaking and hanging out with people around the rest of the world or wherever it's at, or you're bringing your ancestors from the ground. Like I just be trying to figure out where does everything happens after the physical. Some people go on the ground.
Why do you think God made life so difficult, complex?
But okay, yeah. But who
created God?
What is like God is what though?
Yeah.
Woman, man, higher power. It's a spirit.
How can you think God is a man? Face? How can you think God is a man?
I don't think it's a man. I don't think it's anything.
That's all ego.
That's a man's egotistical. That's the male testosterone thing.
That's quintessential ego. It's quintessential God.
And then of course there's the women with their vulnerability that thinks it's a woman. I just feel a feeling. I don't really want to face it or say it's a face or whatever, man, woman. I don't know all these sculpt pictures and all that stuff. I don't think none of that stuff is realistic. I think it's all in your mind of what you believe in and what you make. That's why we have so many different people that believe in different spirituality, religions, and all kind of stuff. And if it was one thing, one person, everybody would believe in the same thing. They don't, and they cannot, because we have too many different spiritual people that believe in totally different things.
But it's all the same.
The same what?
Everything we live in, Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, just the Indian religion, fake Lord,
Hindu.
Bhagavad, that book, it's all the
Bhagavad
same.
Gita.
It's
Yeah.
all the same.
Yeah.
It's all the struggle, good and evil. That's what it all is. Ups and downs, adversity, coming back from failure, overcoming gluttonous, eating yourself to death. Control, sex addict, drug addict, passion addict, self-hate addict.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think it's everything.
Me too.
It's everything, you know. Have you ever met someone for the first time and thought, I know this person?
What do you mean? Like just seeing their face? Oh, I know him, or I saw.
Like, I have this more and more these days, actually.
Oh, I know this person.
And I meet someone for the first time and I know I've never met him before in this life. But I'm like, I know this person.
I think that's happened to me before.
How do you explain that?
I don't know, because I don't know. It's almost like somebody saying that somebody's been here before. They remind you of somebody before, something in the past tense or whatever. I don't know where that comes from or what makes you feel that, but it's just a weird feeling, but it happens a lot. I don't know if it's a person's energy, the way they act. It could remind you of, you know.
Call it energy.
Yeah.
You know? Call it energy.
You know, listen, I'm gonna tell you something happened. I was on a plane. I was in Europe somewhere, Switzerland. I was partying back then, so I was finishing my my little 3-month thing in south of France. So I got caught up in, I was in Denmark. I got caught up in Sweden somewhere, and I was talking to a guy, and this guy said, "How you doing, Mr. Tyson? I'm a big fan." And he said, "My name is Cosmo." I said, "Yeah, right, like Cosmo Dimitri, like Dimitri." And he said, "Yes, that's my name." And he pulled out, and that was his name. Fuck.
Wow.
You know, because he has a famous name, and his name was famous. And I said, "Yeah, right, like Cosmo Dimitri, right?" He said, "Yeah, Dimitri." He said, "Yeah, that's my name. How did you know?" And that was his name. I bet you if he ever sees this, he'd probably say, "Yeah, that was me." And that was so weird. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy,
Wow.
And this is the old Renaissance rich family, banker family back in the day. And I knew that when he said Cosmo, and I said Cosmo Dimitri. And he said, "Yeah, that is my name."
Did you talk to him at all?
For a few minutes.
Did you? Is he related?
I didn't want to ask him that.
Yeah.
Because then that means he's very wealthy and people are uncomfortable saying who they are.
He probably would have talked to you. He would have been like,
that-
"Come
That
on."
blew his mind. That blew
Yeah.
his mind when I said that.
Wow.
I hope
Yeah.
he's watching this. I hope he looks at this.
Hit him
I
up.
said, that did happen.
Cosmo Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimetti. You know,
Dimetti, yeah.
Rich family from
Yeah.
Italy, the bankers.
Wow.
It's a trip. I mean, I don't know. I believe that there's definitely something behind all of it.
But know what else happens that's funny? Like you think about somebody, next thing you know, he calls.
Yeah.
How can you
Uh-huh.
how
How
can
does
you
it
control,
happen?
like make them call you whenever you want them to?
Yeah.
You know, you think about they call, else you think about somebody, next thing you know, they pull up right next to you. "What's up, nigga?"
What makes that happen though? How
I don't. Hey, that's something that.
Synchronicity.
Yeah, that's
that
up there.
happens all the time.
You said it earlier, just your thought.
Yeah, that's the
Or
universe.
Or you could be
man.
talking about
But
somebody. all of a sudden
how do
they're
we
calling
control
you.
that? How control when we can do it whenever we want to?
Who do we want? Who do we want to
And
bring
it,
in?
boom, and he comes in. You know what I mean?
Who do we want?
And here, the Pope.
The Pope,
Yeah. Dalai Lama, Pope.
Yeah.
Dalai Lama, the Pope. Let's just visualize it, see it. All right, they'll be here soon.
Yeah, it's a Tibetan Lama, one of those guys.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Be interesting. I think it's interesting that these, enlightened people like the Dalai Lama, he hasn't really done a whole lot physically, Like he hasn't had a whole lot of experiences, So how do you get to that point of knowing if you haven't experienced much of real life?
But that's what I wanted to talk to him about. I wanted to ask him, why do you feel by being chased, that's going to improve you? Or you want to be improved as a human being, a more improved human being, or do you want to reach God status? And by doing that, do you just want to let go of everything? And that's what it is, release of everything.
It's a complete letting go. Yeah.
That's interesting. And when you say letting go, meaning like, say, what do you mean by that?
Everything, God. I'm with God. Everything, anything man-made is nothing to me.
Nothing matters.
Now, you know what's interesting? Because there was this girl that was a friend of mine, really nice girl, and she started going through some real bad personal life changes. And she has a son. And I saw her for like, I was in Atlanta. She came to, was at a restaurant. She came and visit me. And she really went deep into like, you know, life has got, I guess, the best of her so bad to where she's letting go of everything. Like, what you just said is exactly what's happening to her life. And it kind of scared me away from her because it started becoming like that's...
Scares me too.
Yeah. I pushed away from her so bad because she just kept saying, the world is over, this life we live, everything to God is coming. She was almost to say, well, your people, your friends, your family, anybody around you, everybody have to know that God is coming back. All this stuff that she was saying, it was so deep and so much. I think I was like, yeah, I get it, but I got to go to work. She's like, everything is, none of that matters. She flipped to a whole nother thing, and I broke off friends with her because I got so scared.
I know, this is it, but listen to this scenario. Just check this out.
Okay.
Right now, right? We have a lot of things like this is distracting us. We gotta leave, go here. You gotta go someplace and distract. You gotta do some other thing on the phone. This is distracting you. But just think, you're doing so much. But just think for one moment, very shortly. Imagine thinking you won't exist no more. Your voice won't. You won't hear yourself talk no more. In this world, the physical world, how's that feel? You will no longer exist. And that drives people insane. When they come to that, whoa, I won't really exist. I'm getting older. You know, and God prepares you for death. You might get accidents, you hurt your back, start getting older, you get impotent, you don't like sex no more. A lot of your friends start passing away. Then you say, what the fuck am I here for? You know, the fact that you no longer exist in some place that you've been accustomed to for a certain amount of time, all you know, and now it doesn't exist, it doesn't matter anymore. Now where am I going? What happens? I'm existing now. Even though in my body I feel like I'm dying, but I feel like I'm going somewhere else. Where am I going? And that drives people insane. The fact that actual life, to think of life drives people insane, that I won't exist no more. Life is all about me. All I do is think about me. How does it not exist no more? Is that frightening enough? What's going on with me right now is no longer going to exist one day. That's all I think about is myself. I think I'm grandeur of myself. How could I die? I think I'm God sometimes. How the fuck can I die? You know? But the reality is you're going to be out of here soon, buddy. You're going to be out of here, nigga. You think you somebody.
Well, that really scares...
The hell out of me.
Well, the ego gets really scared.
Yeah,
that's all the ego
that's
being
all ego.
scared because the ego is
Ego's
attached. You know, the ego is attached to like who I am, what I do. I have, you know, I'm responsible for a lot of people. I'm responsible for, you know, these things that I do. I have a job. I have, you know, a family. And so all of that identification, all of those things that we hold on to, that's what, you know, the Dalai Lama or Buddhism or, you know, this idea of letting go. It's about cutting all of the attachments, you know. It's all these things. And that's really scary for the ego, you know.
Now, I would think if I never took the toad, if I never kind of, quote, you know, understanding of enlightenment at least, I won't say I'm enlightened, but the understanding of it, I would be dying worrying about, who's going to be fucking my wife? Oh, God, what's going to happen with my money? Oh, God, one of my friends going to be fucking my wife and she going to get a nigga my money. Oh, fuck, I'm dying. And that was, you know, fuck. It's good, it's all good.
Who cares?
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
And I say to myself, maybe that's because I fucked a lot of my so-called quote friends' wives or girlfriends. Maybe that's going to come back to me, too. You know? You always think about things that you got away with. The stuff that I think I got away with.
Never really get away, though.
Never get away because it sticks to you.
Yeah, it's always with you.
Yeah, it's always with you.
Yeah.
Your ego don't let it get away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys got it the worst. You guys really have done a lot of stuff, you've gotten away with. So, that
We
thing.
fucked a lot of shit up.
Yeah, kind of, sheesh.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's why it's
we
the
never-
time of the divine feminine,
Yeah, but
dude.
look, the deal is it never you just never you can't hide from yourself.
Yeah.
You can't.
can't hide
There's
from
nowhere to
yourself.
fucking go.
No.
What do you think of the state of our country and the president and all of that stuff?
Oh man, it's just I'm lost at what's happening now. At first, I was kind of paying attention and following up, but at this point, I think
Yeah.
I just think it's just a whole total circus.
Circus,
It's just a whole
yeah.
circus.
I think it's fun.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think what I do think is though it has woke people up, and a lot of people that was so non-political, don't think your vote matter, don't want to do this, don't want to put the effort forward to make sure your voice is heard. These are the people that's wreaking it the most because now you have so much to say and all this stuff when you did not even care, put the effort in to make sure your voice was heard. Then so now you have this president that's doing all these weird, crazy, strange, ridiculous things, and it's so much bad happening, like so much. That's one thing to deal with, but when you have the war or you have the Walmarts getting shot up, or different restaurants, or all of these people are just insanely going nuts for what? What is driven you inside of your mind to think that it's okay to walk in a public place full of kids and people and just do that?
You know what make people do that? When I reach a certain age in my life, I've been told all my life who I am. Because of who I am, I'm going to succeed in life. And I reached that point in life where I should be successful,
And I'm not
successful.
Okay, well, do it to kill yourself. Don't take out a whole gang of other people.
No, I'm not going to kill myself because the world lied to me. I'm going to kill the fucking world.
But the
world told me
innocent
this.
kids, it doesn't matter.
Fuck them.
You gonna
Look at
just go
me.
crazy.
Look at me. I'm
Yeah.
nothing. I'm nothing. The world lied to me. I'm supposed to be somebody.
Yeah.
So why should they survive? Why should they be happy? I'm not happy.
Okay, do you feel like that would be, well, I guess if the world lied in certain aspects, but what part of it to yourself as a person that you feel so low and you're not prospering to what you want to do or be in life till you say, hey, this is not working out, this career didn't work, this job didn't work, this girl didn't work, whatever didn't work, I got to figure out something for me to make me feel happy, or you just go throughout your life being unhappy?
That's not how they think.
Yeah.
They're not rational. The whole thing, that's irrational thinking. They're not
Okay.
rational.
Okay.
That big feeling of, it's over. My life is over. I lost the fucking job. My girlfriend left me. She took my kids. Holy shit. I'll never get another girl. They're laughing at me. Oh my God. Fuck everybody. I'll show them. I'm a man. Nobody's gonna laugh at me.
Sad.
It is sad. It's
Yeah.
very sad.
Our ideal of what a man is confusing to a lot of people.
Yeah.
What is a man?
I don't know. I know what he is physically. I can identify what a man looks like. But I don't know what is a man. I don't know what I am.
It's not what we've been taught, that's for sure.
No, so can you break the untaughtable cycle? Like, say, for instance, if you were a kid and you grew up and you didn't have a dad or a father, so now you probably 9 times out of 10 don't, since you didn't have that father, now you have a kid, so you didn't really learn much because you didn't have a dad, so now you're trying to figure it out yourself, how to teach your kid, and some parts may not, it may be failure, may not meet up to the standards or whatever that may be. Does that make you feel like where you're testing yourself? Am I a man? Am I doing this right? Am I making sure my wife is good, my house is good, my kids are good? Or am I happy with my job? Am I happy with my weight, my body? Like all of these things, no?
That's us. That's us in our own head. But God takes care of tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be here, but are we going to be here for tomorrow?
Right, yeah.
We have to prepare for tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we have to prepare to reach our highest potential for tomorrow. We don't have much time. That's not what we're here from. Reach our highest potential. Because I look at myself. You think a year ago I was a junkie. I was ODing. I was doing a lot of drugs. My life was over, and my fucking mind didn't boom. I got this company, big company, living life like a fucking. It's just fucking crazy. You know what I mean? And all I do is just have gratitude. I just have gratitude. That how the fuck did I have had the audacity to think I was somebody that I wasn't? You just have to have gratitude to really know that this is all from God. Because if I was steering this shit, I'd be on crack. I'd have AIDS or something. If I was steering this ship, my ship, if I was I'd fucking be on the AIDS. I'd fucking in the hospital with the shit. I'd be fucked up. So that's why I know it's bigger than me.
Mm.
That's why I stay out of my own way. I don't say shit. I don't do that shit like, nigga, who the fuck you think? I don't say shit no more to myself. It's just see what happens.
Yeah. Trina, do you have time? Are you good on time, or do you have to?
What are you doing? You're leaving the state tonight?
We're going to Miami. We have a movie premiere tomorrow.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you want when this is all over? Like you say, how old are you now? If you mind me asking.
I do.
25. All right, so you're
I'm
25.
not 25.
So imagine when
25.
So when it's all over, you say, well, what do you want to do? What image you want to see? What's your illusion of when it's over?
For myself?
Yeah, when you finish. If you ever want to finish.
Yeah, I do. For me, I'm cool with just being at peace. I'm cool with just being me, regular, just in a space where I'm not confined to this. I'm cool with being on an island somewhere just with my shoes off and just being regular randomly just in a great space. I've done a lot, seen a lot, traveled a lot, did everything. I'm not fascinated by the tangible things we have around because it's none of that matters in the end. I understand that. I just want to be just like in a mentally peacefully, like just
What do you think that's like?
I don't know because I don't really think that I've really ever been that. Probably, I mean, when you're a kid, you don't really know what you are. You just wild and crazy. But when you get an adult, I don't think I've experienced that because life it's happy, it's sad, it's emotional, it's chaos, it's work, it's this, it's all these things in one. So I'm not sitting here thinking, I need to find this balance. I think about it now. I haven't thought about it before, so I know when it's done, I don't want to be sitting at home logged onto the internet trying to keep up with what's going on in the world that I've peacefully I'm away from. I have my time, myself, my life,
How do you get Trina time? How do you do that?
Trina time?
How do you do that? Like I'm looking at you now, you got somewhere to go.
I know, go back to my
Trina time. How do you get Trina time?
I know, there's no Trina time all week. I go to Miami, do movie premiere, I go from there to a concert, 2 concerts.
Are you in love?
Yes.
That's cool. Love is cool.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, I am. Trina time is that place that's a part of love. That's a part of when I just want to be free from all of this, everything, all the just whole whatever. If my imperfections, everything about me, everything I'm going through, if I'm have the #1 record on the charts or if I have no records on the charts, that's when I do my free time. That's no makeup, nothing dramatic, just being in a space of just being content with who I am. Just being good at that space. Like, and that's the place that I want to be at.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
Dig it.
I'm at my best when I'm not thinking about me.
You are?
Yeah.
Yeah, who are you thinking about?
God.
Really?
Yeah. Anything but me. Yeah.
Maybe because you've always been your best all your life.
Excuse me?
Maybe because you've been your best all your life.
No, I don't think that. My perception of myself was never my best. I've always, which is interesting, I've always had to come back. I could never be, Michael, everything's going good.
Just on top.
Just stay here and just chill. Something has to say, something's worth giving all this good shit up.
Fuck all this.
Something's worth getting my fucking awesome girlfriend, family. Something gotta be worth more because my girlfriend, I have an awesome girlfriend, and the family say, don't ever talk to that nigga again. Because the shit that I'm doing, right? So I'm just saying, what the fuck I always get myself in this shit? And I just always put myself back in this situation. I say, fuck. I've been trying to kill myself forever. So I just decided, let's see what happens if I live. Let's try to live.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Hell yeah, dude. Love
it's a
that,
crazy
bro.
world, right? Who's your girlfriend on the show?
On the show, it's really just me, my cousin Joy. I hang out with the most, and a couple of girls. I don't really hang out with too many people on the show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just kind of my family mostly.
Now, who's the gay guy that thinks he's the
Bobby. That's my
Bobby
cousin
what?
also. Bobby Lights.
Yeah, he think he a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bobby think he's flyer than you.
Bobby
think he flyer than you.
Bobby think he is me.
People gonna come see me. You're old washed up. They gonna come see me.
Yeah, Bobby thinks he's me. Bobby
really does.
He vicariously lives through me. He's just happy that we've become
Bobby be
closer.
talking so much shit,
He does.
man. Fuck.
Yeah, he does. He's cool though. He's
He
just
thinks
a wild.
everybody hating on him.
He's a wild, crazy guy, and he's very flamboyant and very, very, very much out there.
That's funny. How is it on Love and Hip Hop? How was that experience?
Well, for me, it's kind of cool because I don't really have that much drama. So I'm just kind of like, whatever I got going on in life. I'm in the studio, I'm recording, I'm traveling, I'm doing a concert, I'm hanging out with Bobby. It's just mostly like stuff that actually is happening. And you know, I kind of don't be on the scenes where the wild stuff happens, so I kind of get away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Some
You know what
people
they gotta
get like
do now? This is what they gotta
storylines.
do now. They gotta take like your guys, boom. So the guys from Miami, now they got some business in New York, and so they clash with the New York people. They interact and hang out with them, get information, do whatever. It gotta be where all the shows meet everybody else.
ecosystem.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
together. With those shows
Yeah.
with everybody, we're all together. We can't just be in Miami. No,
Yeah.
we're all together.
Is it like that yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I mean, they got to bring Mike in to consult on that.
Oh, nigga, look, if I was young, I would love to be on that stuff.
Yo.
There's so much drama and stuff. So much fucking drama.
Yeah.
I was watching The Housewives. Which ones I was watching?
Atlanta, House of
Basketball
Atlanta.
Wives.
Oh,
And
Basketball
stuff.
Wives.
No, and the other wives, and I see some of my old girlfriends. I said, fuck, I could do this show too. Fucking kill me.
That would be insane. Oh my God. Well, you got a show coming, Mike.
Oh, it's gonna be so awesome.
It's going to be dope, man. Rolling with the punches. It's going to be about Mike and starting this company.
Starting this company over. Yes, I'm finished boxing. I'm fucked up and shit. I'm starting this cannabis company.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's
We got-
going to be
We
amazing.
got Mike Epps. We got a bunch of guys in here. We got Peters, Russell Peters gonna be with us. With him on, I don't know, we got a bunch of people.
Yeah, we got a lot. Great cast.
Yeah.
Hey, how do they feel about you in the South? They like you in the South.
Yeah, he loved me in the South. I've performed everywhere in the South.
You get some little teenettes, little teenettes come and say, hey,
Little
we're gonna be like
teenettes.
you.
Yeah, all the time.
Tree
All
nuts.
the, yeah.
Trinettes.
The minis, right? Mini version. Yeah, all the time. Every time.
I'm the
especially
baddest bitch.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
the greatest quote in the world, the baddest bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
You can't go no higher.
Baddest bitch and the baddest man on the
I
planet.
know that's right.
That's it.
Baddest bitch.
Making this the
Yes.
baddest podcast. It's
Oh,
dope
man,
as hell.
that's what we
man.
do is we smoke here. How much?
We smoke, we have fun.
How much we smoke? 40.
40,000 pounds a month.
Yeah.
40,000 pounds a month?
No, 40 pounds.
Oh, 40 pounds a month?
Yeah.
40,000.
No, just 40 pounds.
We
40
said
pounds?
40,000 pounds on
40,000?
another
Oh,
episode.
no, I think it's 40 pounds a week. We do a month or a week or something.
40
We
pounds.
smoke a lot. We smoke a lot. of
40
weed.
pounds. I smoked a little weed. I've got my numbers mixed up.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Well, anything else going on that you want
Come on, you gotta-
them to know before we head out?
Yeah, you guys, you can follow me on Trina Rockstar with 2 R's on IG, social media, Twitter, all these social sites. My album is out, The One. I'm excited. Features, videos, everything coming out. Yeah,
Do you
man.
wanna have
I have
kids
a
and
label.
stuff?
I did, do, don't. This world is crazy. I don't know about thinking about, now you say a kid, and I start thinking about, now you got to be responsible for this human being for 18 years until it's an adult.
Oh, but check this out, right?
And then after that, whenever, I don't know, whenever I'm no longer in this presence, this here, then what I'm worried about, my kid is out here. I don't know. I'm just nervous.
Yeah,
I'm
but
scared.
God's gonna take care of it. But imagine this: it's bad enough that we're not gonna exist no more. Now we're not gonna leave anything behind.
Yeah, but
Can we exist any kind of way? Our ego gotta exist somewhere. At least something. Even if I don't. love
Oprah don't
the
have
kid,
no
just
kids.
Give him some money.
Oprah don't have no
Leave-
kids.
There you go.
I don't know.
There you go.
But that's a small percentage. That's a small.
Well, what if you leave behind a lot of great energy,
yeah.
you know? And you've changed
Leave behind
people.
a lot of
You
music,
leave
changed
behind a lot of
lives.
That's
great
awesome
music.
too. I'm just that's probably my ego. People gotta be, but I gotta be here some
I
kind of
hear
way.
you on that, man.
You
I hear
know?
you on that, for sure.
It's just disastrous thinking,
Do you
Yeah.
do you have boy or girl kids?
I got both. I got more girls than boys.
Really? Your
Yeah.
sons are how big or small? Little?
I have what? I have 3 boys. I have a 8-year-old. I have a 17-year-old. And I have a 22-year-old.
So do you ever feel they feel pressured because your status, your life is so huge, like gigantic to the world, but to them they're just dad. To them you're just a dad. But like, do you ever feel like, I got the pressure, I got to be the best person I got to be because my dad was like the king?
That's on them.
That's so nim, really.
Yeah.
But do
It
you? I'm
is.
just saying when I say that because like okay, we live in this world. It's so bullied. It's so everybody, and just imagine like if your kid have that pressure because the world has that pressure. Like you're the greatest, so now your kid has this thing like I don't want to fail my dad. I got to be the greatest I need to be in like you know.
Hey, that's his struggle he has to deal with.
Yeah.
My objective was to be a better parent than my parents were to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Sometimes my kid complain, but you know, imagine if they had my father.
Yeah.
They'd be beat up pretty bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They never been hitting stuff in their life. They always had great life, went to great schools and stuff. Always had private tutors and all that stuff, nice
great
houses.
life, right.
Oh, but it's a pampered life, and
Got it.
they have to figure something out. You know what I mean? They have to figure it out.
We all got to figure it
Yeah,
out.
we gotta figure it out. I'm not gonna be here long. When you really think about it, just think another 20, 30 years. I'm not gonna be here. They gotta figure this shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather give my money to charity if my kids are not on top of their game psychologically or mentally. You know, I won't do that. You know, I'd give them some money to take care of themselves, but I'm gonna break them off like that. I'd rather give it to charity.
And then what is charity gonna do with it?
Huh?
What's charity gonna do with it?
More than what I would do with it.
Really?
Yeah. What would a guy like me with an ego do with some money?
Maybe your wife can handle it. You know?
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, okay, that's interesting.
Well,
She's a charity nut too. She likes to give away stuff.
Yeah, that's a good thing though.
hey, there's some
People-
good charities out there.
Yeah,
You know, doing some good work.
that's awesome.
We'll figure it out.
Then you say, why do you give charity? Why do you want people to think that you're special? Because what is charity a form of guilt?
No.
No, really. But what do you think? Why do people give charity away? Why do you think I should give some charity away? Why should me? Who am I to think that these people need something, and I'm the one that need to give it to them, and I'm the only one that can solve their problem? Like I'm from who the fuck am I? I was worse than them, and I got lucky. So now I think I know their problems. I know how to help them.
Well, it's good to give,
Yeah.
you know? And you can argue and debate all day. What does that mean? You know, to give, who am I to give charity?
No, but I say, why do people want people to know, hey, I've gave these people $100 million, look at me.
I think because it's innate that giving feels good. You get a lot out of giving, you know? And if you're somebody who has a lot of money to give, you probably feel pretty good about yourself. So that could be an ego trip,
Yeah.
you know? But, you know, guys like we had that talk with Trey the Truth, remember? Because he does a lot for
Yeah, he does a lot of- yeah.
for
Yeah, he's
Houston. He
beautiful.
does amazing stuff.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stuff he
And
does.
you know, for you guys, for a lot of people, it's not about anything other than giving back
Yeah.
and being a helping hand, because that's really the fucking richness of life, man. That's the essence of what we're all here for.
I think it's an addiction and we make an excuse for it.
Maybe you think it's an addiction for you?
No, I think it's an addiction for people to be generous, to be charitable.
Maybe.
I think it's an addiction.
To give stuff.
Yeah, I think it blows people's mind, the response they get from giving people stuff and they just can't stop.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I'm sure it does blow
Probably.
people's minds,
Yeah.
you know? We realize, wow, I get a lot out of giving.
You know, I used to give turkeys out and you see people just kiss your hand. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Ah.
Whoa. You know, you say, I don't want to do this no more. You know, you get freaked out a little bit.
Interesting. That's interesting.
You want, you know, people's lives like mine. I want fame on my time. You know what I mean? I want fame when I want to glory, and I don't want it when you want to give it to me or when it's the right time to get it.
Yeah.
That's the self-interest in me. You know what I mean?
That's-
I want it when I'm perfect, everything's right, and everything's good. I don't want it when I'm down and out and I got to help.
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Because then I
Well,
don't
that's
feel good
like-
about myself.
That's going back to that thing, life is going to live you,
Yeah.
you know? And you just have to be ready for the ride.
Fucking hell of a ride.
That's it, man.
Sometimes you think your life is over, then boom, whoa, what the fuck am I doing here?
You're on
Shit,
top.
you be ready? You think I'm ready to throw in the towel? I'm ready to die? Then fuck, what happened? Where am I?
Yeah.
You know, so I learned never give up, never throw in the towel. Even when you're dying to your last breath, just keep fighting, never give up.
Keep fighting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we wrap this thing?
Let's do this. So where can we find you? Any more questions? The world is looking at you, man.
Trina Rockstar.
Yes, Trina Rockstar.
Are you and Trick Daddy still friends? Because y'all fight a lot on the show.
No, we fought. Okay, let's talk about that. We fought this one time on the reunion, which I hated because I don't like to fight in public. We've been fighting for 20 years private. And Trick is crazy. Everybody knows that, but that's still my brother. We had a long conversation. We patched up. We fixed it. He apologized because he know he was wrong. And a lot of stuff that he said was edited out, so you didn't see why I was so mad. But he don't mean no harm. It's just he's one of them dudes that's just, he just got a mouth and he just say, he's like how you said you would be 20 years ago if this was the show. It would be, that's just his mouth. So I be trying to tell him, you're not 20 years ago, bro. Grow up into a different phase.
Well, it's tough to grow up. Growing up is hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, all that negative stuff that's attacked, this energy is attached to you. You think it want to let you go?
Wow, you said growing up is hard.
Yeah,
You're
let you go.
attached. You're
It ain't gonna
attached.
let you go. No, your ego's not gonna let you go. To grow up, you gotta let your ego go. How you gonna grow away with the ego? It ain't gonna let you go. I did all this shit for you, made you a rapping star. You want to get rid of me? You selfish motherfucker. Who do you think you are? I did all this for you. Now you want to get rid of me. That's what it's saying to you. I did all this. And you sat down with Mike for fucking an hour. Now he got you ready to get rid of me. Oh, serious. You should never talk to these motherfuckers again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you
Growing
tell
up
you.
is hard. I never looked at it that way. But now that you said it that way, that's true. Growing up, some people.
So how do I grow up? Now I gotta grow up. I gotta be responsible for my children. Now I gotta get up at a certain time to make sure he goes to his baseball camp. All right, I'm used to just lounging all day. The day is mine. Now I gotta get up and take my. Now I gotta go pick him up. Now I gotta go check on him during lunchtime.
Responsibilities, yeah.
And now I gotta take my kids to tennis, and I gotta make sure I'm watching for 2 or 3 hours when I could be watching YouTube. You know, and so this is part of growing up, and that's something that I dread my whole life. Taking the kids to the movie when I don't want to watch this fucking cartoon or something. You know, it's all about me. Why do I have to go to this movie? You know what I mean? I gave these kids education. Why are they fucking with me, making me take them to the movie? I gave them all this shit, and they want me to take them to the movies too? Fuck. Ungrateful fucks. That's my ego say.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one question?
All I did.
Do you think, like your career when you because you remember you said at 13 you was very scared, this little boy doing this whole thing, but you did. So when you became the biggest figure in the world, right? Do you think that made you have an ego? That's
No, because my ego said, I'm going to tear this motherfucker down because he think he's better than me. Yeah.
and that's your mission was always that. You didn't even nothing.
No, my ego said tear me apart
Yeah.
because I'm getting too big.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I started tearing myself apart, destroying my life, destroying my career, doing stupid shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It helps you, but it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
You wanted to just give you everything, all the money and stuff, say bye. I don't need you anymore, but he stays around.
Yeah.
And then he starts telling you how a piece of shit you are.
Yeah.
And you really think you're somebody, right? You weren't shit till I helped you out. And this is how you treat me.
Yeah.
And you start believing that you're not shit and this guy helps you out. This is what it is. I don't know why we have these guys in our head. 'Cause, you know, we all have those things in our head.
We do.
Yeah, whatever made you say we do, that sound in your head. It tells us what to say. What the fuck?
Yeah, we do.
And you say to yourself, I accomplished all this, I still have all this. And it says, you got these people fooled. I know who you are, nigga. You don't got me fooled. And I try so hard to be good in my mind and shit. But if I want to hear these fucking voices. I try so hard to be good. I want to hear these fucking voices. They still come out. Who the fuck you think you
It's interesting because no one has been there for the whole ride but you. You know, from start to finish. You've never missed a moment of your life. So you know everything. You know. And so that voice is just you.
Yeah.
You know? It's just an aspect of you.
Why is that voice there? What does that voice
It's our
be doing?
consciousness.
Yeah, what is up with it? Why is it just lingering around, just chilling, ready to
I don't know.
confuse you?
It challenges us.
Oh, okay, challenge.
take us to the other level. You know, we all get challenges. You know, people in our family may pass away, we may break up. You know, and those are definitely one or two, and in the number
At the top,
one or two to kill yourself over. You know, it happens every day, a couple of times a day, and people do kill themselves over the loved ones that are missing and stuff. You know, but why do we do that? Why do we feel without their existence, I no longer want to exist?
Ooh, I know what that feels like right now. I need to hit on this blunt one more time. Yep. So yeah, why do you feel that? Why? I mean, why is that a feeling? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a feeling, a part of me right this very moment feels that.
It's because we put our whole thought pattern, all our energy into them, and we gave our life and all our thought and all our power to them.
Yeah, but this is the person you love, you care about, you want in your life, you don't care about, you want
Can I
them.
tell you something? No, you don't love them, you want to consume them.
What's consume mean?
You want to possess them.
Possess mean what? But what if it's your mom? You came into this world with this person.
No, serious. It's still you want to possess them. No one knows. Your mother doesn't own you. You don't own your mother. Your mother's only responsibility is to make sure you become an adult. And you're an adult, and now you're on your own. You may have feelings for your mother, and we love each other, but you're an adult now. We're all adults. We all got to. The best of friends have to separate at one time. We all have to be on deal with our individual life. Some of us can't live alone. We need people to fucking guide us. It's very hard to live. That's why I've been married 3 times in my life, and I'm only 53 because I don't know how to live life. I might kill myself. I might get killed. I might kill somebody. I might go to prison. I can't live my life by myself alone, single. No, my brain is moving too fast. I can't stay alone. I can't stay without touching. I have to touch somebody's body all the time. I have to be high. I have to be drunk. Fuck, no way.
No, I feel you, because, yeah. But what is that? What do you call that, though?
That's spirit, man.
Yeah. You have to control your spirit, because I think your spirit wants to kill you.
Yeah.
You know, put you all through that shit, wants to kill you. But you got to stop it.
Maybe it just wants to live.
I don't know. What is living?
Whatever it is.
This beautiful world we're in that we really it's so bad though. It's a bad world. It's a beautiful place, but it's a bad world.
In some cultures, living is dying. You have to die in order to live.
Yeah.
But we're so afraid of dying, so we're afraid of living.
I mean, I guess
Right.
Why are we afraid of dying?
Huh?
Why are we afraid?
Because
of dying?
we don't have to. We're afraid of dealing with our self-importance. We love hearing our voice. We love hearing ourselves. We love stroking our ego. We don't know that. How do you know?
Oh, you know, once you take out, there's nothing inside the body. If your body is cremated, or whether it's nothing in there, what are you going to hear?
We don't know.
It's an empty thing.
We don't know who we are. We don't know nothing about it.
But what if you're really that thing?
That's going out the body, the spirit thing, yeah. But in this whole thing, it's just a shell. It's nothing. Once it's all, they take it out. It's nothing there. There's nothing inside of it. When it's cut wide open, it's nothing inside. But some bags like seasoning salt. I saw it. So therefore, I'm trying to figure out. Once you're gone, you don't hear. Everything is black. Like when you were born, you don't know what was going on before when you was born.
Maybe you see everything.
How if your eyes are shut closed?
But you don't see with your eyes.
With your mind. Your mind is out of your body, though. It's gone. So what are you seeing? With just a skeleton and
what is your mind?
Nothing.
It's not your brain.
It's air. No, it's not your brain. Exactly. It's just air. It's nothing. It's
exactly.
How do you know it's just air?
Because I know it's not. It can't be. I don't see it as a fixture or nothing tangible.
Well, you know, oxygen keeps us alive, right?
Yeah, but you don't see that.
But you can see oxygen?
You can't.
But how do you know it keeps you alive?
You can feel it. It's a certain...
No, you can't feel oxygen. How do you know you feel oxygen?
Oh, no, you could breathe
How do you know
air.
oxygen or the wind? It may be the wind. You think the wind is oxygen?
No, I know oxygen because I've inhaled oxygen before, so I know that it's a different feeling than breathing natural air.
Well, if it wasn't no trees, you know, the clouds would be lower.
Yeah. Well, the clouds... Yeah. They would be?
Yeah.
There wasn't no trees?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because we have oxygen. The oxygen holds the clouds.
Holds them up, floating, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, cool. Oxygen. Yeah, I know. I skydived before, so I was floating up in this air that felt weird. I didn't know what the feeling was going to be, but it was a suction, so I guess that was oxygen that was holding me up there.
So why is the eagle the only eagle that could fly that high, and no other animal can go that high without suffocating? Why did God choose the eagle? The eagle
Eagle?
to be the highest flying bird, and it's so heavy. Why is he the highest flying bird? You would think a bird that's very light would be the highest flying bird.
That's a great question, man. I don't know. Why are we doing this?
Excuse me?
Why are we doing this?
No, well,
Why did we get to, live in civilizations and, build things and write books and make movies and make music? And why did we get to do that?
I don't know. What is the life of a bug or an ant?
Maybe it's beautiful.
What is it like when we come next to them? I notice when I come next to some ants, I'm sitting there, they all panic. They start moving faster. The whole colony, they all start moving faster. They start moving faster around. They just move around and start moving
Maybe you're
faster.
like a giant to them. Or
Yeah, I
something.
wonder what's their perception. What do they call us? I saw a coyote the other day. I said, I wonder what did he call me? What am I to him?
Coyotes are amazing.
Yes, I wonder what he's called me. Am I a Martian to him? What am I? What am I? What is his identity? What is his relationship to me? When he see me, what does he say? What does he think?
Well, humans have killed a lot of coyotes, so he probably thinks of you as a predator,
Definitely.
Someone to be afraid of. Stay away from,
Big time.
Man, this is good stuff. I mean, it's good
You
to
want to get
have you in
married?
here.
You want to get married?
Yeah, I do.
How do you see your life married?
I would. I would hope it's good, great.
Yeah. How do you think about actually?
I mean, it's
for the
different,
rest of your life,
obviously.
You think the rest of your life I'm with this individual. This is for to death do us. You ever been married before?
No.
Well, to death do us part. We and this person, we're gonna make this work. If he's out there fucking up, I'm out there fucking. We're gonna make this work regardless. Because this is what.
I'm gonna kill him.
No, this is
Yeah, straight
this is
up.
our obligation to God, though.
Yeah, but your obligation is to me. I have never got married before because of this reason. I just believed in, I just wanted to say, okay, if I get married, I want it to be forever. And I mean, hey, like you said, you've been married 3 times, so it's not a right or wrong. I don't know the issues, but I've known people that's been married 40 years or 16 years, and I've asked this woman after being married for 16 years, like, what happened with you and your husband? Was it a bad thing? No, she said, they grew apart. And I'm like, what does that mean, growing apart? Like, there's y'all still friends, you have a kid, so y'all have a mutual, thing, but you grew apart, growing apart from somebody that you've been in the same house with. What did you grow apart from? The way he looked? Did he grow apart from the way you look? Like, what was it, a physical thing? I don't really understand what growing apart mean. And she was like, no, we just grew apart. And I was like, but then now, are you scared to start over? She was like, absolutely. Because after being with the same person for 16 years of your life, had a child, you're married, and you're going to start over.
Well, when you think after 16 years, you be saying, fuck, I'm glad to get out of this stuff, if that was the point. If you're going to get divorced, you should be, fuck yeah, I'm happy to get out of this stuff. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't get divorced. It had to really been bad in order to get divorced. I'm saying, like, if I'm, like, beating my wife fast, yeah, they should leave me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But, the perception, like you say, this is some good or worse. When you hear that stuff, when I'm young, yeah, all right, I'm Mike Tyson, my ego, I don't give a fuck. I got 100 bitches, I got money and stuff, and I go through that. But it's really painful still. Even though you got the ego, it's really painful. The ego said, she left you. You're not man enough.
Oh, speaking into existence. Yep. I know, but that's why I haven't got married yet, because of those reasons. And I know a part of me, there's a very little immature part.
No, I gotta tell you this stuff that's interesting too. Check this out. Once you say I do, shit change. Blah. Once you say I do, like, isn't it interesting?
So it's not
your
the
wife
same.
was your girlfriend or your fiance for so long, and everything's great, and we had jobs, and everything's great. But as soon as you say I do, something changes. You just don't know what it is. Right? Something changed. You just don't know what it is. Something changed when you say I do.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, something changed.
What's that something?
Energy.
Yeah, that energy
Energy.
changed.
A beautiful energy?
Oh, it's good energy, but it's energy
Different.
It's a call to serve. It's a call to serve.
To wait, like, this is a responsibility?
Yeah, this is a responsibility.
Yeah.
I got to make sure I make her least angry as possible.
Yeah, happy life, happy wife.
All that stuff.
So, okay, that's fine.
Almost that becomes my life. You ever had a man that you was his total life, you his absolute thought? Just the thought of you, yes,
I've
makes
heard
his
that.
existence. Well, then if that's what I guess he feels about you. How does that feel?
I don't want my ego to kick in. But see, that's the thing with me. You know what? People always say these things to me, and people always say your ego isn't big enough, because I dumb it down a lot. I don't really be like, oh, okay, my chest is up. Yeah, I feel like that. I'd be like, okay, thank you. It's one of those things. I don't know. But a lot of people will be like, you just don't beef up your ego too much.
No, they don't know what they're talking about. Your ego's going to leave you alone.
Yeah.
It's going to keep everybody away from you.
I don't know.
If I had an ego, I couldn't be with my parent, my wife, and my kids, and my whole everybody. I've done this 3 times. They left the house and left me in the house alone. The kids, everybody left me. My ego, who I am, I'm running shit. Yo, this is my shit, nigga. I'm the motherfucker that did this and that and this and that and this and that. Yo, it's a bunch of fucking what do you call good luck cum club motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I used to hurt these children's feelings and stuff. And these are my children. I hurt my children's feelings because I'm trying to make them tough.
Yeah.
With no regards for their feelings or something.
And then they all leave, and you don't have anybody to be badass in front of.
No, and then being alone, you find out how stupid you are.
Yeah.
When you're alone, you're stupid. Oh, shit. You start calling them and say, hey, want to say sorry, or offering them some money, they're not picking up the phone. Because that's all that happens. You know, I don't sit down and talk to them and explain what I was wrong. Hey, you need some money. What you need? Need a car? What you got, baby? I love you. You know what I mean? That don't work. They won't work for a while, but then they really start playing, yeah, I need this. They don't care about you. Yes, call you when they need something. So I had to change all that around, you know. Oh, that was hard. I didn't know how it was going to work. How am I going to make these kids like me? They see me disrespectful to their mother. They see me they had other brothers and sisters while I was married to their mother. So what is they was fuck? What kind of motherfucker?
Oh, you got a really big ego, huh?
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, I think almost it fucking rivals God. Yeah.
But do you think that come from your career?
No, it comes from my insecurity. Comes from my shame and my guilt from life.
Really?
Yeah.
As when like just in life overall?
Yeah.
So what part of that do you separate from like the superior? Or do you? What part of that do you separate from like the superior life, your superior life?
Ooh, that's even fine. I just stay far away from that as possible.
From your superior life?
Yeah, what I think is superior. You know.
Or what everybody else thinks, the perception of what people think.
That's interesting. People's perception of me.
Whoa.
My perception of theirs was made out of fear. So they really don't know who I am. That was just a fear-based perception of what I wanted people to think of me. You know, that's just how it is. When you're afraid, and you only know, growing up, that people respect fear, because you respect fear, because those bullies had you in fear. That's all you know. And when you don't have enough love for yourself, you act out in that way. You're mean and disrespectful to people. But you don't know how to love yourself. It's just very complex. How do you learn to love yourself when you're young in this business and it's all about ego?
Self-love.
You know? And sometimes you use, how do self-love? How do you explain self-love? Self-love to me means going out with a couple of girls, fucking a couple of girls, buying some great clothes, buying a nice car, buying a nice house, buying a plane.
No, that's self-love.
That's self-love to me.
Yeah.
You know,
treating yourself.
The old you.
Yeah,
the old you.
That was self-love to me. So I have to find out self-love is just taking care, treating yourself nice.
Yeah, nice, whole full day, like pampering yourself, inner peace, just relaxing, chilling, nobody, like, I don't know, meditating. I think, yeah, young girl, your ego is really big. But see the difference in what I say when you say how you said growing up is hard, because 20 years ago versus 20 years now, and the knowledge and just the stuff that you say is so needed for a lot of people, I believe. Well, and just because the industry that I live in, just a lot of people don't truly know who themselves are. They don't even understand, and they don't even really, these conversations will never come by, because sometimes two people can't even sit in a room and have a conversation that's about the same thing but different. Your 20 years past versus your 20 years now is a whole different level of of maturity. Like when I say, for instance, like a trick. For him right now, if he was here, but for him, like what I be trying to explain to him is that this is what I be trying to get him to be, not like what to say, like when I mean like you've done a great job, your career, your legacy. So when I say grow up or grow to this phase, I don't think he's just a dude. You just trick from the hood. Like, you ain't growing up. I'm just gonna always be that nigga. That's just who I am. You know what I mean? Yeah. And me, I love him so much. Like, I feel like I've grown in the space I want him to grow. Like, he's been married, I didn't. So, you know, I just think on different levels of people, how you have to get to a certain phase and understand your flaws, faults, all the stuff that you've done to be able to say it. Like, you know?
You know what, Evan? My experience, you know, with myself and people who I've been around, that it's tough dealing with reality like I said before, we're gonna die and we're living, we don't think about it, and then we get close to it, and then whoa, now we have to think about it. We avoid thinking about it all this time, and then boom, the object time comes where we have to think about it. And then you say nothing happens. Say I stay healthy. I don't get shot, I don't get hit by a car, I don't get a disease or nothing. Say I got 20 years left. What am I gonna do for this 20 years?
Help people.
Yeah, how do I do that without helping myself?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what do you do? What do you do for this 20 years? And not think about, and not consume myself with dying. What do I think about?
Just meditate.
About what? Dying.
Clearing your mind.
How do you clear your mind?
Listen to your breathing. Listen to the sounds around you. Stop thinking, you know? Every morning I do 30 minutes of meditation. And all I do is I sit down, I start listening to my breathing, going in and out of my nose, and every time a thought comes into my head, I just let it go and I come back to my breathing. Every time. And I do that over and over again, every day for the last 4 years. And man, shit starts to just slow the fuck down. Stop thinking so much. Start just feeling shit, you know?
Yeah,
and that's really scary.
Yeah, I'm an overthinker.
It gets scary.
Yeah, most people are.
Yeah.
And then you come out. You know, you come out the other side and you know what to do. Because we all have something that the universe is putting us on a path to do. We're just riding that wave, man. We're riding it right to the fucking end. You know, whenever that is. For eternity.
We're on a good wave now, though.
It's a great wave. It's a great wave. It's an awesome wave, man. But yeah, I mean, that's how I do it. Meditate, man. You could meditate for 20 years, Mike. I think you'd be down, dude. You're already on it. You're already doing it.
I don't want to miss anything.
No.
Well, meditating helps you not miss anything. Because you're just in everything. Well, hey, man, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Trina, thank you so much.
Guys. This was so
Baddest
exhilarating
chick.
and so much fun. I learned so much and a lot of deep, good conversation and some great stuff. I like to learn from everything I do. I learn.
So do you hang out with your boyfriend? You come to shows with him?
We hang out. We go everywhere. We just live in this world we out here living in.
That's incredible
dope.
Shit.
That's dope as hell.
He's out here living, man. Life
dope.
on life terms.
Listen to that, everybody. Just get out there and start living, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and thanks for watching and listening to this episode. This is one of my favorites. Fucking French. French.
He's a great guy.
All right, everybody. Until next time,
yes.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hotboxin with Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I'm Evan Britton.
I'm Mike Tyson.
I'm Trina.
And that's Trina. And
yes.
everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Until
guys.
next time.
We're out of here.
We're out.
Yes. Yeah. That was great.